I want to go ahead and break down together some information about The Last of Us.
Okay.
For the show that's coming out in January on HBO Max. All right? Starring Pedro. What's his last name?
Pascal.
And
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. And this little lady that I know her name, but I have IMDb as assistants.
We all saw it.
Bella Ramsey. Bella Ramsey.
Yeah.
All right. Pedro Pascal.
Can you just
Bella
stay
Ramsey.
down with the cast?
Shh.
We're getting back into slides.
Look, this is a slideshow.
Okay.
So what's this information you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
A little
I
bit
want
of
us to.
game
I want us
knowledge?
to look. You probably know more about it than.
I actually
we
don't
do.
know as much as you would think about this one.
So
Yeah.
I'm not breaking down like the 20 most fun facts about The Last of Us.
Okay.
This is like for the dummies. This is for the noobs, as the gamers use, or they used to use
Right.
in the terminology. This is for the uninitiated.
The
right?
normies.
The normies. You know,
Yeah.
that's a modern one.
Mhm.
I don't know if uninitiated would be the right word.
Yeah, that's it.
Not
The
gamers.
virgins.
Yeah. The gamers.
Not
The
gamers.
The not gamers.
Non-gamers.
The non-gamers. So I got a Wikipedia page. And so I want to just say this. What? With the zooming? What's wrong with the zooming?
As long as you're not cutting off any of like the paragraphs, I'm good.
What, like, so you need a little bit more space on
As
that
long
side?
as like, I
right
guess,
there?
yeah, like
Right
that's
there's
good.
Right there.
Okay, gosh, dang it.
Okay,
All
give
right.
us the information.
So The Last of Us is a 2013 action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog, apparently, and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Player controlled Joel, a smuggler tasked with escorting a teenage girl, Ellie.
So Pedro's Joel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bella is Ellie.
Yes.
Okay.
Across a
Connecting the dots.
post-apocalyptic United States. So this is a U.S. That's one thing in the research I didn't realize. I didn't realize this was the United States.
It looked like the United States to me.
Yeah, but it could also be Canada.
were
Well, I
talking
was
about
pretty sure that because
Pittsburgh,
everybody was like
Pennsylvania.
speaking English and all the Native Americans. I was pretty sure it was
get
the
very
United
And we
smart.
States.
literally were talking about Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But so does Canada.
Canada?
You thought
Yes.
this was for Canadians?
It could be. Canada's pretty freaking big.
Nah, I did know that it was America.
Very well.
I knew that too.
Apparently, Joel is his character's from Texas,
Okay.
Of course.
and he has a brother.
Of course.
I'm getting ahead of myself. The Last of Us is played from a third-person perspective, so it came from a game. All right.
Yes.
Players are use firearms and blah 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 weapons, and can use stealth to defend against hostile humans and cannibalistic creatures infected.
Do we have to be
I
quiet?
need to zoom in.
Is this like
Infected by a mutated fungus. In the online multiplayer mode, up to 8 players, blah, 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 can play. All right? So this is a little bit about the development of the game if you're interested. Are you interested?
Are we going to read the whole paragraph or skim?
I'm skimming.
Skim.
Okay.
We're
That
gonna
was my
skim.
skimming. Is it
You
inappropriate
read the
skimming?
whole paragraph.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You
All
said
right.
you started with The Last of Us is a 2013 action adventure game developed
Look.
by Naughty Dog and published by Sony
Look,
Computer
and I'm going to be
Entertainment.
honest. I'm kind of just being the middleman between Wikipedia and the people who
Well,
don't know.
I figured
Yeah.
if you actually had it like full screen, then the people watching could somewhat read it for themselves
no,
while
they-
we skim.
They
You want me
probably
to go
wouldn't
ahead
be
and
able
set that up right quick? You want me to copy and paste and make it full screen?
No, I'm just saying, like from here, I'm pretty sure the people watching could probably read
They
it.
can't. No, they can't.
No, they
There's
wouldn't
also
be able.
you don't think?
No,
That's a small letters.
That's
man.
small
I don't
print.
know.
But okay, what about what besides Joel and
Ellie.
Ellie?
The interesting thing that I found was in the trailer he says, "Your cargo,"
Yeah.
because he's doing a job. He's a smuggler across the United States. So
Wait,
he
wait,
smuggles things during this post-apocalyptic time.
So
he's
this
like a
is-
survivalist smuggler. All
This
right,
is like a Logan situation.
Yeah.
Logan who?
The movie Logan.
Oh, Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yes.
it would be kind of in that vein where he's trying to get her from one place to another
Yeah,
and survive.
exactly. So that's what the story is. And there is a whole section about plot where it does break down on Wikipedia.
Is this?
You can kind of look to watch that, but I don't want to read any of that because that's spoilers.
Do we have? This is a one-off season, one-off show. One season
Season
off?
1 is following the events
Because
of.
we have to. Okay, there might be more.
We're gonna see though. We're gonna see if it's a success.
Because you can only deliver cargo. You know, you
Well,
can't do that forever.
I would hope that the
'Cause,
show.
like, when are they going to deliver?
I would hope that the show is just like the first game.
It is, I think.
Okay.
If there's only one season, it's the first game. I'm happy to watch that. If there's a season
many
for the
games?
second game, I don't want to watch that. I don't ever want to see it
Why?
because of decisions that they made in the second game.
And they weren't good.
No,
Like
they were
what?
very bad, very woke decisions.
Very woke decisions
Yeah.
for the second game.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
Dude, people hated it.
Can you give me
Did
an
they
example?
make Joel a female?
No,
Oh.
they focused on like they introduced a female character who was like a villain, and then showed her being a villain at the very beginning in a very graphic and way that everybody hated, and then tried to make and then you played as her and tried to make the audience sympathize with her, but everybody's just like, oh no, she sucks, and this sucks.
I don't want to play as her. I want to be Joel.
Yeah.
So that was the reason. So they wanted to make a female lead
Yeah.
for part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And was it kind of the same timeline, just from a different person's point of view?
No.
Or was it like a
it was
progressive
after,
story?
It was after the events of this first one.
Okay. So they probably won't do that. But I have heard that a lot of fans are very unhappy with even just what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
The casting.
Yeah, a lot of the people are unhappy, especially even with seeing Joel's daughter in the trailer. Even though we know it's probably going to be like a flashback, people are saying she's going to be in like the first 30 minutes of the movie, but the fact that she wasn't in the video game at all, just pictures.
Well,
Just flashbacks during
They had
the
to
campaign.
give
And on
some-
top of that, they
some
race
kinda-
swapped her. I don't care as much about
daughter?
that. Yeah, I don't care as much about that since she's dead. But
There was talk about, well, the fans kind of agreed that there was a couple people that they wanted, if they were going to ever make the show, which they anticipated,
Yeah.
that they wanted these specific actors to play the part. I didn't know who the woman was when I saw a couple videos of them talking. I've never seen her work.
yeah,
But the man was the guy who plays Jaime on Game of Thrones. Now,
for Joel,
yeah, for Joel.
that would have been
Oh,
good
who
casting.
they were going to pick?
Yeah, so I wanted to see what is. Let me just look up Game of Thrones so I can see his name.
That would have been good casting. I
That's
think.
what the fans wanted before they released that Pedro was casted for the role of Joel. All right, his name is Nikolai Koster
Nicolaj.
Nikolaj Koster Walda.
Waldo.
He plays Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, Jamie Lannister. Everybody.
It's an easier name than what his real name is. Now, he does look like the character on the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Pedro seems like a good person. Like, he's not a bad actor in
No,
the least.
He's a good actor.
So I think he's going to do a good job. I don't really see why the fans were so incredibly upset. Maybe it's because they weren't being... Maybe they didn't feel listened to.
It's because with video game adaptations and Hollywood in general, they've done this so much of Nick Offerman. I saw him in the trailer.
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah.
They do this so much of
Talk about a good-looking
swapping,
yeah.
right? That people see it and they're like, oh, they swapped the daughter, they swapped the main character, they swapped this, and people are just rolling their eyes at this point. It's like, why can't we just get something? If you're gonna adapt one of people's favorite games of all time, do we have to change everything, or can we have it look like the game? I think that's mostly what people's thing is. It's like,
Yeah.
you're just doing this to do it, and by doing that, you are insulting the people who want this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You're saying that you actually don't care about the fans, and which makes people hesitant about the material.
Yes.
Like,
That's a good
so you don't care about the fans, therefore you're not really going to care about the story as much.
Yeah.
That's what people think in their minds. So I don't know.
Do you think that's factual?
Yeah, I think it's factual. I think oftentimes when they do this, when they put certain agendas in, they are saying we don't care about what people want, which is faithful adaptation. And so that leads to then the story being not what people want as well.
I mean, have never played the game, but I'm optimistic because it's HBO. HBO, out of all of the streaming services that come out with content, HBO is the more, well, I know season 8 of Game of Thrones. We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that.
Look, lately
HBO has been pretty
had
decent.
more upticks than downticks. All right.
Warner Brothers has also been restructuring lately. So that and which is
They
a
got a lot of
thing.
mess to clean up, maybe with the exception of Doom.
Yeah, they got
And
they've been
Robert
cleaning up.
Pat's Batman. They did a good job on those two. All right.
So hopefully this will be an enjoyable show.
Yeah.
You know?
Murray Bartlett
Murray?
over here.
Yeah.
He was
Mr. Murray?
He was in White Lotus season 1.
Okay.
Creepy character. I don't like him.
Okay.
I'm not going to be excited to see this Frank character. But I am excited about Bill with Nick Offerman.
Nick. Yeah.
And I don't really know anybody else. And the thing is, I'm not a gamer. This is why I preface this with for noobs, for the dummies, because I am one. I'm coming into this the same way I approach any show, but it really should be approached differently because the existing lore, the existing story is there.
Yeah.
They're following a template, doing a little bit different things here and there, but telling an existing story.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't tend to like these. When was the last big story from a game that was turned into a show or a film?
Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted.
Funny enough,
I saw
which
Uncharted
failed.
and I was thinking of
failed?
Uncharted.
Oh yeah. Nobody watched Uncharted.
I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I watched
on
it on
Netflix.
the
I heard
Netflix.
nobody watched it.
Yeah, one person watched it.
Naughty Dog also did Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game. So maybe they're up for round 2. Maybe they're like, quick, Uncharted and friggin' Last of Us. Let's see which one plays better. You know what I mean?
Could be.
Well,
It's like get Pedro and friggin'
Tom Holland.
Tom.
and Mark.
Mark was
Mark.
actually supposed to play Tom's character like several years ago.
Yeah.
But
He got too old.
they kept pushing the movie back. And so by the time they were ready to film, they were like, well, he's a little bit too old to be playing this character. So let's have him play a character that's canonically much older than he is and have a character play the main character who is canonically much older than Tom Holland.
Yes. Heck yeah.
This is wild.
It's like they're just making rules up as they go.
They are.
I don't
It's
know.
insane. I don't like.
So
artists
you're
these
already
days.
you're not looking forward to that. Peter Pan really left a bad taste in your
The
mouth.
Peter Pan was like eating, that rotten fish that you eat from a can. That's a Swedish tradition. Peter Pan is that to me.
And so it spoiled The Last of Us.
So
No, I'm okay because it's HBO.
I'm of the
but-
opinion now that everything you must be skeptical about everything. There is
I don't
nothing that
wanna
you
look-
can be
look at
truly
that.
excited for anymore.
I
At
don't-
least not right now.
I don't want to look at Hollywood that way. I'm not. No.
I don't want to either. I don't want to look at movies
Let me not
that
say
way.
Hollywood. I don't want to look at entertainment that way. I just want to sit down and say I enjoyed that. I had fun for 2 hours and it entertained me.
I would, but here's the thing. I think I'm going to probably just continue to be skeptical about everything.
Of course you are. But
And when I watch something, if it surprises me, I'm happy to be wrong. I'm just going to be happy to be wrong from now on.
Okay.
You know?
And you've said this on a couple different occasions.
If from when I first said it, because I would rather be wrong than go in super excited about something and be super disappointed.
yeah.
Just going to be skeptical.
What is that all we got about least of us?
I'm just
The
trying
least of us?
The least of us.
Dang, if this show flops, I know what it's going to be called. The least of us.
Okay, what is I know the offhand for these creatures are called clickers. What's the actual name?
Cordyceps fungus.
No, that's not. That's the fungus.
Oh, it's a mutated strain of cordyceps fungus.
Yeah, but that's what is
The
like,
cordyceps gang.
There's a
The
correct name
cordyceps gang.
for all the noobs out there. The normies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you the correct name and not.
Well,
just...
I can't see what the words at the ends are because it's not full screen. Oh, okay. I'm not seeing it. I think it's just clickers, right?
No, because I literally read this earlier.
Go down.
No, right there. What is that? Death. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Driving into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh, so they will be in Pennsylvania.
You didn't see the comment on our video? Someone
No.
confirmed it on our
I didn't
comment.
see the comment, but I
said-
called it.
They said it's filmed in Canada, but good job. It's supposed to be Pittsburgh.
That's
what they
called
said.
Pittsburgh,
Okay, on the trailer, there's a bridge that Joshua was like, Pittsburgh.
No, before I saw the bridge, you hear me in the mic. I'm like, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and that's before we saw the bridge.
Yeah.
Just when we saw Woodsy area. Man, that's good props for me. Go.
Yeah,
I know.
just
I
keep
did.
patting
I
yourself
did
on
see
the
something
back.
about death something.
It's
like
not
it was
death,
a name,
bro.
No, scroll to the end. It was on over here.
Oh, now we can see.
Oh no, it's just no, it's just death matches.
This is really unfortunate that I can't just easily find this.
You're in multiplayer. Scroll down through plot. Maybe we'll see a little bit more.
It should be right at the top.
Hostiles.
What? Just type in. I'll go to Google and say, what is the creature's name in Last of Us?
We're just creatures in Last of Us. Monsters in Last of Us. Infected.
That's not what they're called.
They're probably
Just click on
called
this
the
area.
Infected in the game, and they have nicknames for them. Okay, so we saw they have specific nicknames for each of the monsters. So bloaters, clickers,
Okay.
probably like warhammers, jumpers, spiders, things like that is what they're. But they're probably like most of all called the Infected.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are calling them clickers. So, and including in our comment section. So I'll probably be referring to them as the Infected or clickers. They're it's a fungus zombie,
Cool.
which is fun.
I like it.
It's a very cool concept. Look, this is what they look like in the show.
Mushroomy.
Mushroom
like
head.
lichen.
Notice,
Ew.
I love the detail. This is in the game too.
Teeth.
But the split up the skull into the nose cavity,
Ooh.
where the two front teeth separate, the gums separate, and you got the skull splitting.